Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, July 25th, 2020. It's actually a pretty nice day out. The forecast is that we're going to hit 88 today. Again, it's very humid. It is 84 right now and it is only 12:30. I will be doing another video later today, but I wanted to get this one done and get this one up for you guys. This is a request video. So someone had asked me if I would do a video about what happens to the U.S. military in a post-event. And that's a great question. And then there's another video that I'm going to do later today. The same person had asked two different things. And so we're going to do this one first. I'll do the second video later today and we'll talk about that then. So in a post-event, what happens with the U.S. military? Well, first of all, it really depends. I'm going to stand here in the shade. I'm not going to go out in the sunshine. It really depends on whereabouts in the country or the world those people are. Okay, our military soldiers. I'm going to give you an example. Now, I don't know if it's still the case, but when I was in the military, if you went to South Korea, if you had to go do your year in South Korea, you couldn't take your family members with you. So you were over there for that duty station for a year, and your family couldn't be over there. Those guys over there, in my opinion, what they will do is they will lock down, they'll band together, because they don't have anybody that they can run off to. They're going to be in a foreign country, and they'll have each other. So I think in that type of a situation, those guys would work together. Again, one of the biggest things, in my opinion, in a post-event that is going to be very, very lucrative for whoever can do it is security. If you can offer security to people, keep people safe, let's say local farmers, for an example, they will give you, rice and whatever else they are producing. Because I'm thinking South Korea. So, whatever they're producing, meat, whatever, milk, whatever, they will trade that for security. So security is going to be a huge thing, and the military guys are going to realize pretty quickly that that's going to be a really lucrative gig, especially when you have organized, trained units that know what they're doing, and if they work together in that type of situation, especially, and I'm going with just overseas at the moment, then you're going to see them working together and making up their own little warlord communities, if you will, okay? So I definitely see that happening overseas. Now, in the United States, if the soldiers are stateside, I think you're going to see a tremendous amount of those soldiers in the United States are going to slip away and head home. Especially in a worst case scenario, they're going to go, I'm going to go check on my family, be with my family. If the base members have their family on base, let's say that their family's on base, okay? And okay, so let me kind of re-say that. The younger guys that aren't married, that are single, that are on base, I think they'll slip off and go home to their families, okay? I think you're going to see guys that have their families on the base. Again, I think you're going to see a lot of people planning and staying and working together because they're going to realize there's going to be a lot more safety in numbers, especially with other trained soldiers. I think it's just it would be the smart thing to do. But again, if your family is not there, if you don't have your wife and your kids there, I think you're going to see a lot of people are going to slip off, take off, and go and do what they got to do and take care of their families, because their families are always going to be the number one priority. Okay. Now the higher up guys, they may try to keep things organized for a while and stuff like that, because they're going to look at the big picture and again realize that in a post-event, in a worst-case scenario, they could pretty much be gods, because it's like if they have the organization, if they have the troop numbers, they can pretty much push their way around and do what they want to do. So I think you're going to see a couple of camps come out of that. I think you're going to see camps of groups of guys working together to try to help people, to work towards a greater good, if you will. And then you're going to see the other side of the coin. I think you're going to see groups of guys military work together basically to go out and do whatever they want to do, because who's going to stop them? Because they're trained, they know what they're doing, they know how to handle themselves. So I think you're going to see those couple type of things happening. Like if, let's say, okay, so I'll give you an example. So when I was down at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, there was a fellow soldier that was not in my unit, that was in another unit that I knew, that was also from the Rochester area. So whenever we got a 4-day weekend, what we used to do is, him and I would talk, and I had a car, okay? So he would bring one of his buddies with him. I would bring one of my buddies with me. We would come to New York. We would all take turns. We'd all pitch in for gas. We would all take turns driving, and we would do that. And so we would come up, and then I would drop him off, like say it was a Friday. I would drop him off at his house with his buddy on the Friday. Me and my buddy would go off. We would do our thing, and then we had to be back on the base to work, like say Tuesday. So Monday at some point we would make a plan, get together. I would go pick them up, and then the four of us would all head back. So again, working together with somebody that's local. So I think, let's say we'll use Chicago for example. If you have 6-7 guys that are all from Chicago and that all want to go home, I think they'll pack up together and work together and work towards getting home. I think you're going to see those type of things happening. And again, that safety in numbers type of situation. Now, will they get home? That really depends on how bad the S.H.T.F situation is. Okay, so again, it really depends. I think you're going to see, again, your higher ups are going to try to maintain control as much as they can. But in that type of an event, in a post-event, and again, it really has to depend on what the event is. So, if it's like absolutely the end of the world as we know it, and let's say it's a grid down situation, the higher ups are going to try to maintain control as long as they possibly can. But you're going to see a lot of desertion happening, especially stateside. You're going to see that happening. And then you're going to see other people realize that their best bet for survival is working together with that group of soldiers, continuing that chain of command and that hierarchy that is in the military. So that's what I think you're going to see happen. So hopefully, I definitely want to hear what you guys think. Because like I said, you could see a lot of warlords coming out of this type of a situation. Hey. Enough. Pandora. So I think you're going to see that type of situation happen, in a post-event. So Becky and Mike are here today. And also Mike's out there. That's what, see, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. So look at him, he's going to go over and say hi so that they stop. That's funny. See, now Pandora is really weird with other men, and I don't know why. She's always been, she's perfectly fine with me. But for whatever reason, with other men, she gets all squirrely. So the fact that she was actually getting that close to Mike is a good thing. But yeah, I've had friends over, and she won't go anywhere near him. She's a very strange girl. I don't know. I don't know. She's a good dog, though. But so give you guys an update on her as well. So let me go over here real quick. So you see, we have the lead here. Obviously, if she goes in or out of the run now, she is on a lead. She's doing much, much better. Like when I walked her out this morning, she stayed right by my side, because what I'm doing is, if she starts to pull or try to get in front, I just stop. And so I was listening to your guys' advice, okay, just so you know too. I was listening to all your advice on what, the best way to bring her out here. But I would stop, she would have to sit down, and then we would continue. So she's learning, and again, she's a very smart dog, and we just started using this, collar and lead with her back and forth, within the last week. So she's a fast learner. She's doing very, very well with it. She was very calm today walking out here. I did not have to stop at all. So she stayed right by my side, and that was it. So she is a very, very smart dog. And so I think somebody had said, well, she was bored. You got to give her a job to do. Their job is to protect the chickens. That's their job. And there's my boy, Buddy. Hey, Buddy. Hi. How are you? Did you know I was doing a video and you wanted to say hello to everybody? Huh? So I'm going to show you, I don't even know what Mike's working on over here. So we will go over here and just see what he's doing. Okay, you can see underneath. Okay, so what he's doing, he had built the front part. Now he's squaring it up underneath. Because what he wants to do is he wants to insulate in between those areas. So he wants to put something on the back. So he's putting in the things to nail something in there. And then it will be solid both sides and with the insulation in between. So that's what he's working on. And so that's what you're seeing there. So that was his. I was wondering what he was doing today because I heard him cutting and doing his thing. But he said now it's getting hot. I'm like, yeah, I know, no kidding. So, hey, Beck, grab that tomato real quick, please. So we got our first tomato out of the garden as well. So here, hold on, so I'll give it back to you. So here's our first tomato out of the garden. So Heather, Becky and I are going to eat that later. We're going to cut that up and eat that later. And realistically, the best way to do that is you get your salt shaker, and then boom. So, all right, so the radishes are done. We pulled them out of here, right? And I wanted to show you the green beans. So here's an example. We got some nice green beans coming in there. Let's see. Yeah, here's another. Oh, wait a minute. Becky must have been picking some of them. Yeah, there's another one over here, a couple right there. So the green beans are coming in, and they're doing fine. We are getting some blossoms on the peas, so we'll see what they do. But they've grown up on that fence fantastic. So the garden's doing well. I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go ahead and plant another row of radishes as well. So, what, buddy? Well, I know. But so that's the game plan with that. Cantaloupe is, as you can see, spilling over the sides. Has climbed the fence. We're going to get a lot of. We're going to have a lot of cantaloupes, I believe, this year. A lot of cantaloupes. So, what? It's hot. I know. I know. So anyway, guys, I would like to hear your feedback on this topic. I would like to hear what you have to say. A couple things really quickly I want to mention. If you like CBD products or hemp products, the link down below in the description will be jdega.com. Okay, go to them. If you click on that, it'll take you right to their website, or you can go to my website, preppernurse1.com. And you will see the link go by. You click on it that way as well, and that will also take you right to that website. You can save 15% on your purchase if you use the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that's the number 1, not ONE. Okay, so you type in PrepperNurse and then the number 1, and you can save 15% on your purchase at checkout. So definitely take advantage of that, so you can have that savings. Just putting that out there for you if you are interested. Okay. It is a gorgeous day. I'm going to get this video up, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go jump on my Harley, and I'm going for a ride. So that's my game plan, and because it's going, like I said, it's going to be 88. It's already 84, so I don't really want to get into anything. Again, you're going to see me always go full tilt in the spring and in the fall. That's when you're going to see me going full tilt, because I cannot stand sitting there dying of sweat and having the sweat run down. That's not any fun. So that's why we're at where we're at. But I still got some things that I got to work on. Just got to pick my days. So, but I'm not complaining about the heat. I'm not complaining about the summer. I love it. I love the nice temperatures. It's really, really good. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for now, guys. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. Also remember STD, step thing and day, right? It's one step at a time, one thing at a time and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you are the only one that can stop you from reaching those goals. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Don't listen to negative people that want to bring you down. They want to keep you down because they're miserably unhappy and they want you to be unhappy as well. So choose not to be. Choose to be happy. It's a better way to be. All right? I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.